Shorty from the V, give me alibis. We the Hennessy, make you ill advised. You get way too bored, start to pick a side. Shorty fuck you me, no need to satisfy. Cause I'm way too fucked up. And I'm way too hung up. You booted up at Leo, posted with the guys. Got some brand new ink on the inner thighs. My best friend, she a Libra, and she a Gemini. Jeezy got that needle, and they stay by his side. I'm not hating to know you. I'm not hating. I just been fading on you. I've been fading. You got your shit together, you a keeper. I guess I fell in love with your demeanor. Purple kisses, shorty, I was leaning. I pulled up every time that you was fiending for me. Even when we broke up, I still beat it up. Does your new man know that you cheated, huh? I guess I'm that forbidden fruit from eating, huh? Then you go back to acting like a diva, huh? But I'm waiting on you. I'm still waiting on you. Booted up at Leo, posted with the guys, and I'm way too fucked up. In love with me still, so can you pick a side? Cause you way too hung up. I love when you excited. Sundress on and it's fighting. You gon' pull it up when you ride it. That's how you let me know that you're a rider. Got these diamonds on your neck like a rainbow. Girl, I always thought you was an angel. So you showed me that you were a devil. But that pussy sweet like mango. But I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you forever. I'm still waiting on you. Booted up at Leo, posted with the guys, and I'm way too fucked up. In love with me still, so can you pick a side? Cause you way too hung up. Booty from Caribbean, she shaking. I got the blueprint like I'm Jay-Z. Shorty fell in love with the thrill. So you should know the deal. I don't ever mean to keep you waiting.
Shut it down when it's time, when I need me now. Tell my mama all the time on the TV now. Fuck around, stay live, if you see me now. That shit kinda tedious. I'm a minute for some time, gon' need the yes. And my shawty FaceTime, can you see me? Oh no, yeah. Girl, I'm in your city. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G63. Yeah, she want a Louis and a VV. Ride around the city. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G63. All the greed and the lust, cause you want a piece of the pie, All that shit is bleeding me dry, I don't want your piece in the voice, Hold it down for me, Niggas act like bitches all the time. These days, I ain't even gon' lie, don't let me down. I've been throwing these hundreds on that dime. Spent 7 on that ring, no wedding vows. All that smoking made me tired. 22.
This is my gem right here, actually, for real.
Talk about my lows and all my highs. Been trying to see the light, this shit is quiet. All the greed and the lust, cause you want a piece of the pie, All that shit is bleeding me dry, I don't want your piece in the voice, Girl, I'm in your city. Know you heard about it, let me get it on.
Yo, so we're back. Let's get into it, man. Last night, there was a couple things that we didn't talk about and we didn't cover. One of them was prop firms, but I got pinged earlier today about some of the moves that I called out yesterday. So let's just go ahead and pull up the charts here. Well, first of all, before we even do all that, you guys already know what I do in my process. We practice good habits. One thing to remember, if you guys want to be a profitable trader, you want to be consistent, you got to show up every single day. So for years before I was able to get to this point and can predict the market and call out these moves and feel the confidence that I had to show up every single day, not just when I felt like it, all day, all night. I had to show up to these charts and see what I didn't see before. So, like I said, I'm trying to be a good mentor to you guys, and I want to show you guys exactly what I do every single day. So before we even get on the charts, you guys already know we have to check out what happened overnight. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we might have missed overnight when it comes to geopolitics. Go ahead and scan through here. Yeah, there's a few different things happening overseas for you forex traders. Make sure you guys are staying up to date with this. And as I said before, this is MRKT AI. This is a platform that I use that ciphers all the information that might be happening in geopolitics. So we'll go ahead and filter this through high impact to see if there's anything that might have happened that we might need to know about. Of course, there's some talks to the Indian government, tariffs. Putin in India talks about U.S. envoys over Ukraine. You know, this Ukraine, Russia. This is interesting about Warner Brothers. But yeah, I really don't see anything that sticks out too much. And then of course we'll go ahead and check out Trump Tracker, see what he might have scheduled today besides him playing pool at 9 a.m. Really don't see much going on with him, but we're just going to be in and out today. We're just going to take a look. Okay, he's meeting with Putin, so that's what's really going on today. And the Mexican president is traveling to D.C., so this should be interesting. Interesting talks today. All right, let's go ahead and get on these charts. Let's just see what we called out and see how everything's playing out. Oh, let's see my what's going on here. Let's get this platform fixed. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see everything now. All right, first things first, let's go ahead and get into NQ. As we talked about yesterday, there were levels above here. Looks like price barely tapped into that FVG. Super sniper entry that we marked out before, leading up into today. We said that we were expecting price to push up, smack this fair value gap, give us a drop here, possibly target this fair value gap. If this holds, then we can see it stair step back to the upside and take out buy side liquidity. But if it doesn't hold, then we are definitely looking forward to short, inverse this fair value gap to the downside, and possibly take out sell side liquidity. So we'll see what happens after this candlestick closes in the next 3 minutes. We'll have a new 1 hour candle, and then we'll refer back to what price might be doing. But it does look like it's starting to switch to bearish order flow because it's starting to reject these fair value gaps. Now, we'll see. Got to wait and see. So those of you guys that might be in shorts, you don't want to see price close above this fair value gap that it just once rejected. And your TP should be at this zone here. But if you are confident, move your stops to break even and let this, hopefully this candlestick can invert this fair value gap and start targeting sell side liquidity. And if it flushes through there, then definitely looking for this target here. But we'll know in the next 2 minutes when a new hourly candle opens at, what was that, 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock Central. Let's switch over to Google. Google, man, I got a text this morning that said, Warren, how did you know? Well, yeah, we talked about this yesterday. We were expecting a drop here at this fair value gap held. We were looking at this FVG as a rejection point once it was filled, and it was. And then this morning at market open, after our favorite move, okay, we talked about this yesterday. After we have accumulation, the next step is manipulation, and then we're going to see that distribution phase, especially when market makers are in the market. So I feel bad for guys that weren't on our Zoom. I'm sorry, that weren't on our live because they might have just lost their mortgage. So price did fly. I got a ping this morning from a popular day trader that threw out a signal for longs this morning, and I'm sure he just might have lost a Lambo. So this candlestick right here is a clear indication that we are in bearish order flow. This is the stuff that we want to look out for, and this is why you do your pre-market analysis. I mean, man, guys, right at market open, this candlestick just flushed, and I don't want to expose anybody, but he was definitely going long. But the rules are the rules, man. Like I said, once we start rejecting zones like this, we get a candle closure like this. First target was this fair value gap that was inverted. Next target was this fair value gap, and as you can see, it landed in the end zone, exactly what we were expecting for it to finish at. So that move's complete. Now we're gonna wait and see what they have in store for Google next. Let's go ahead and go to Meta. We're keeping my eye on the clock here. We got 40 seconds before that new 1 hour candlestick opens. But here on Meta, something similar. If we go ahead and go over to the 4 hour time frame, fair value gap that was up here that we talked about before. In fact, actually, if you guys remember on Monday, we talked about one of my favorite moves, the equal extension that I haven't taught you guys yet. But on a higher time frame, I believe it was the weekly. Let's see here. Weekly, or was it the monthly? I believe it was actually the monthly candlestick. We're anticipating a retrace to the upside and then an absolute candle flush to the downside to finish down here, and that's exactly what we got. Price did come to those lows. Let's zoom out here so you can see it. Oh, sorry, put it at 4 hour so you can see it. That measurement there, clear as day, but price did reject this fair value gap that we were expecting. So until we see price close above different levels like PD arrays, order blocks, fair value gaps, stuff like that. We got another one here on the 5 minute, and we have about, we got a new 1 hour candlestick, by the way. But we have a fair value gap right here for Facebook. If price closes above it, then we can possibly see some more upside since this candlestick was rebalanced. If not, this will be a level that we were expecting to be our new ceiling, and we could possibly take out these lows. Okay. Now let's go ahead and switch back over to NVIDIA and see what they got shaking here. New 1 hour candlestick. We're only 30 seconds into it, but I would like to see a clean flush to the downside based on what I see here. I do want to see sell side get taken out here minimum, and possibly give me an equal extension and target this sell side down here. I am very confident in that. So if you guys are in shorts, definitely don't want to see price invert this little 5 minute fair value gap. Yeah, so guys, just be careful. It is barcoding, it is wicking. It looks like they're waiting for something to move the market. So just be, if you're not already in a position right now, don't over leverage just because I'm telling you to short it, but definitely manage your position correctly. But this would be my target sell side liquidity or this fair value gap. We're gonna go back over to NVIDIA here. Just a quick update. Lots of consolidation, lots of rejections here. It looks like it filled this FVG, but other than that, just some rejections. We got a fair value gap here as well. As you guys remember before, we did talk about this being in an accumulation phase and possibly pushing up, sweeping buy side, and giving us that distribution to the downside. So let's just be careful. Make sure this isn't a fake out. If this level holds, this fair value gap right here holds, then we can use this as our new ceiling and target the lows. But if it does hold, like I said before, we could possibly see maybe a move like this, down, closure above, and take out buy side again, and then target these highs up here. But if not, then absolutely targeting this fair value gap right here. That's why I have the alert set. And then if that fails, then we're definitely gonna be targeting sell side liquidity resting below. So that's what we have for NVIDIA, Meta, Google. Guys, plenty of opportunities. We have not been missing. We have been sniping these moves. Tesla, not really a big fan of Tesla, but this fair value gap is what we were talking about before, being inverted and price giving us a continuation to the upside. So hopefully you guys took advantage of that this morning and you guys are riding these longs. But if you are riding these longs, then just know that our TP zone, let me zoom back out here, our TP zone could be this buy side liquidity, but I would love to see this area hit, which is that all-time highs? Yeah, it's pretty close to all-time highs for Tesla, so look out for that as well. I want to go ahead and take a peek at this MSTR because we were looking at this yesterday. This was a great entry point. Rejected this fair value gap that told us that we might see some bullish momentum and bullish order flow. And then when we get down to the smaller time frame, like maybe the hourly here, we can see this fair value gap possibly being inverted. So like I said before yesterday, guys, we need a strong candle closure above this level, and then possibly we can take out our next zone will be this FVG right there. And more than likely, if I go and I haven't even looked at Bitcoin yet, but if I flip over to Bitcoin, I'm pretty confident I'm going to have the same bias. So let's just take a look at Bitcoin, guys. There we go. Holding this level here. You remember when I told you before that we want to see this fair value gap hold, which it is, which tells us that there are still buyers in the market. So if this candlestick holds and this FVG and this order block holds, we can see some bullish order flow, and then we could possibly start targeting these highs, which would be the 96,000 level. But if Bitcoin fails, If Bitcoin fails the 91,000 level, then we can possibly see lower prices at 90,000. And then if this imbalanced candle fails all the way down as far as 87,000, then definitely expect lower prices like 83. But hey, like I said, 92 holds. Definitely expect higher prices on Bitcoin, which I know a lot of you guys are happy because a lot of traders are over leveraged. But hopefully Bitcoin holds and you guys don't have to worry about those issues. So go ahead and let's look at gold. Gold here, same thing, guys. This level needs to hold. It's just been bouncing off of this on a daily time frame. Lots of consolidation. If Bitcoin doesn't hold, if gold doesn't hold, and we see a candle flush to the downside, then I absolutely expect Bitcoin, indices, equities, everything in the U.S. economy to absolutely skyrocket. So that's what I have for a breakdown this morning from the market that we were talking about yesterday. Feel free to go back and look at your charts and see if I'm accurate if you want to. But this is the same strategy that I've been using for the last 10 years, and I was able to secure my Lambo. Now, this is going to be uranium, okay? Uranium, like I said before yesterday, and I said it the day before when it was $11.99, we were waiting for a candle closure above $12, and now look at us now, we're pushing to $13.67. Guys, if you guys can pay attention to these lives, you guys will be able to make money. These moves, this is over $1 swing. You could have entered, this is a $12, $13 stock. You guys could have made tons and tons of money. You got to show up every day, though. You got to subscribe. Make sure you like these lives. Make sure you turn on your post notifications so that way you guys aren't missing out on your Christmas money. This is a good opportunity for you guys to be able to snipe some trades and not be able to stare at the charts all day because you did your pre-market analysis the day before with me live and you might be at work. So now here's a way to get your work bag, your 9-to-5 bag, and your passive income on the charts bag. So that's all I got for you guys this morning when it comes to these stocks. I want to do something a little bit different today. We are going to look at some prop firms. So one of the prop firms that I do follow is going to be, and I'm not affiliated with any of them, but we're going to compare them real quick. We got, oops, I don't want to log into my account. And then we're going to look at Apex as well. Actually, I don't want to look at Apex. I'm mad at those guys right now. But we'll look at Top Step because I heard that they changed some rules. Wrong browser. All right, so MyFund Futures changed some of their plans here. I got a question. It was like, what's the difference of all the different prop firm accounts? That is a great question because they switched everything. So we'll just review it all together, guys. Cool thing about prop firms, if you do it correctly, I learned off of prop firms. The one thing that I learned the most was risk management when I was first getting into trading. So if you're a new trader, I don't advise for you guys to jump straight into prop firms. A lot of you guys already know that, right? Let me fix my hair. A lot of you guys already know. I tell you guys to start off with a demo account first before you guys get involved into these prop firms because it can get addicting. And then instead of you guys focusing on your craft, now you guys are trying to, it's like almost influencing gambling. And then you turn into this reset cycle over and over again. I don't advise that. I want you guys to at least learn the mechanics of the market first before you guys dive into prop firms. Understand how the market moves, learn a strategy, understand how the buttons work, stop losses, trailing stop losses, TP targets, limits, buy orders, stuff like that. Learn that stuff first, the basic mechanics of trading before you start trying to tackle these prop firms. The reason being, you guys probably don't even have good habits yet as far as checking out Forex Factory or market news or looking at looking for red folder or high impact news for the day, and you might just get blindsided and blow your account for that reason. And what can happen is it can sprawl you into this depression phase where it can prolong your success in being a profitable trader because you might not think that you're doing it correctly, but you are. You just don't have rules and a solid foundation and a strategy to enter and exit the market. So before you guys start diving into prop firms, I might be the only trader on YouTube telling you guys do not dive into prop firms right away because I'm not trying to get rich off affiliations, but I do want to see everybody be successful in this realm because this is life changing, guys. If you guys can focus and really learn how to trade, this can change your life completely. So anyway, let's just get into it. They got a new plan here. This is the pro account. It's $227 for an entry. But I want to compare the different rules. So this one here says there's no scaling rule. There you have access to 30 micros. Wow, 30 micros and a limit of 3 minis. So that means, and the difference between micros and minis, guys, for you new beginners here, the minis are a smaller version of. I'm sorry, the micros are a smaller version of the mini contract. So for every, I think it's if I'm not mistaken, for every 5 minis, that's going to be. I'm sorry, for every 5 micros, that's 1 mini. And I'll double check that, but definitely trade the minis. It gives you a chance to be able to scale your leverage and be able to make sure you're not over leveraging when you're trading. And then let's take a look here. No consistency rule. That's a big plus. And you guys can correct me in the comments too. If it's 10 minis, I'm sorry, if it's 10 micros for every 1 mini, I just can't think of it right now because I'm still waking up. But nonetheless, you got 3 max contracts. You have a profit target of $3,000 in a day drawdown, which is great because it's your minimum account balance will move up at the end of the day. So if you guys are in a position and you might take a couple more trades and lose that that profit that you might have made for the day, they're not going to punish you for it because it's based on the end of the day balance for your trailing drawdown. Whereas ATF Apex, you can be up in a amazing engulfing candle and give you an amazing expansion to TP, get edged from your TP, and then it just leaves a wick, and guess what? You magically blew your account because of a trailing drawdown rule, which is insane to me. And this is why I don't like to trade prop firms. Everybody wants to talk about prop firms. I trade them just for fun when I don't want to trade my live capital, or if I feel like the risk is too large, I'll trade the funded accounts. But rules like that where I gotta not only stress about entering and exiting the market and making sure I'm managing my positions right, but if I catch an engulfing candle and it leaves a wick and I lose all my profits, I might not even lose the trade. I might be back at break even. But if I am up $2,000, $3,000 and then the candle leaves a wick and gives me a pullback for a continuation to the upside, I can't even stomach the pullback because of my trailing drawdown. So this is based on your end of the day balance, not live market open, which is fantastic in my opinion. But I still don't like the fact that you have an evaluation consistency rule, which means that your best trading day may not exceed 50% of your profits in the evaluation phase. Guys, and you guys know, trading with me, I can pass the evaluation in 1 trade. So I'm not trying to play games with the evaluation. I'm trying to get it over with immediately as fast as possible. But as you see here, all these plans have the same thing when it comes to the pro. So we can go ahead and look at the core and see the difference here. This one's $77 for a $50,000 account. One more thing to talk about. Just because you see $50,000 on the account for the prop firm account, you're not really trading with $50,000. You might be trading with leverage of $50,000, but you really only have the drawdown. So in fact, you'll pay $77 to have a $2,000 drawdown. I still like that more because it's $77 entry. Because trying to trade a $77 broker account to $2,000 and managing your risk correctly could be difficult. But on top of that, you still got a scaling rule. You have micro scaling, so you have access to 30 micros with a max exposure of 3 minis. And it looks like I was wrong actually. For every 10 micros is 1 mini, not 5. So every 10. But I trade with 5 micro. When I'm trading micros, I'm only trading 5. I'm not trading 10 at a time. Just because I like to be able to scale in and out. Micro scaling and funded, access up to 15 micros, max exposure limit of 3 minis. So that's fine. And you don't have a consistency rule, but you do have a consistency rule when it comes to the evaluation, which is silly to me. Let's look at the scale plan here. $127 entry for a $50,000 account, $2,000 max drawdown still. And it looks like it's the same rules, guys. You still have the micro scaling. You have the micro scaling funded. You don't have a consistency rule when you're funded, but you still have a consistency rule with the evaluation. So I guess either traders just got better all of a sudden, and these prop firms are just getting clapped. I'm not sure, but this is wild to see that they are implementing consistency rules during the evaluation process when 99% of the traders can't pass the evaluation in the first place. So yeah, they're definitely putting odds in their favor. Let's take a look at Top Step. I haven't been on their website before, so let's just dive into their programs and see what they have. So they got an Express account. Let's look at that. Because I heard that they did some things here, which is interesting. Let's see. Well, where's your plans at, guys? Come on. Make this easy for me. Path to live. All right, what's that? Okay, where's your plans? Payout perks. This is great. Man, these guys really want you to just make an account first. They just want your information first before they really look at the plans, which is crazy. I'm not making an account, Top Step. You guys just need to tell us what's going on. Oh, sorry. I think I just missed it. Oh. All right, here we go. All right. Whoa. All right. Choose your account. No activation fee. Let's just switch back over to this so we can compare the two. There's no activation fee for My Fun Futures either, okay? And it says the request cap is 100K, but there is a lower request cap when you're, and I don't see it on here, but depending on the plan that you pick, there is a max withdrawal too, but they don't talk about it right here. I did see it in my account though. But let's take a look. Let's close out some of these tabs. I don't know about you guys, but I hate having a bunch of tabs here. $50,000 account. Here we go. $50,000 account. This one's $89 for this plan. This is not the standard though. $3,000 profit target, 5 contracts, something similar to My Fun Futures, and then you have a $2,000 maximum loss limit. So there is no activation fee, very similar to My Fun Futures, but what I don't see, look, it says no activation fee. Path is best for traders who are dialed in and can pass in 1 to 2 attempts. But where's the consistency rule? It doesn't look like it exists. So no consistency rule, no activation fee. You get charged from TradingView. The tilt indicator, that's interesting. Built-in trade copier. Commission-free trading. That's not bad. $150,000 account for $189. So let's just go ahead and compare the 150 account real quick. Wow. Yeah, guys. They're not even, My Fun Futures is not even in the same zip code. They want, My Fun Futures wants $377 a month. Meanwhile, Top Step wants $189. You got a profit. You got a maximum loss limit of 4,500. Same drawdown limit, 9,000 profit target, but it's almost half the price. So yeah, that's interesting. Let's go ahead and look at the standard here. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, hold on. This is impressive. Oh, no, it's not. So, okay, you have an activation fee on the standard. I really don't see the benefit in trading the standard besides it having a cheaper entry to taking the evaluation. But then even if you pass, you got to pay more. So I don't know if this is worth you guys trading the standard. But this is the old program. This is why I wasn't trading them in the first place. Highly advise you guys to check out the no activation fee plan though. This is strong. $89, no activation fee, but you can get up to 150K for $189. Whereas this one's $127, no activation fee. Or you can switch over to this one for $77, but you only get up to $50,000 of leverage compared to $150 from Top Step for $189. So I'll let you guys pick, but if I were to go for another funded account, I'll probably be checking out, not gonna lie to you, I'll probably be checking out Top Step for the looks of it. So that's interesting. There's one more, I think it's called My Funded Next, if I'm not mistaken. For funded next. And we'll look at Take Profit Trader too. My Fun Futures, funded next. Let's see what they have to offer for traders. All right, so let me see your plans, guys. We got a few different options here. Wow. $6,000 account, $15,000 account, all the way up to a $20,000 account. Is this Forex? Let me make sure. Oh wow, and they have a two-step plan. That's interesting. Yeah, this is a forex plan, which is still enticing. But let's go ahead and click futures here. All right, so for futures, let's just compare apples to apples. $50,000 account entry is 159. $2,500 profit target. Maximum loss limit 2,500. So that's a little bit different when we compare it to Top Step. Top Step's no activation plan. $3,000 profit target. $2,000 loss limit. This one has a lower profit target and a higher drawdown limit from the looks of it. There's no daily loss limit. That's great. And no activation fee. There's a one-time fee. Looks like same leverage. There is a consistency rule, but for the challenge only, and there's a reset fee down there. But I don't understand why you would pay. Well, I guess you'll save $20 if you just reset it. That makes sense. But the $100,000 plan, $249. I don't know if that looks too. That's not very enticing for at $249 compared to Top Step. You can get $150 for $189. So comparing these two, I definitely think that Funded Next will be the better option, even compared to the Rapid plan. This 25,000 is not even that enticing because you only get how much? You only get $1,000, right? So, guys, I don't think this is a good option when it comes to futures trading. Now, you can look at their forex options for CFDs, but yeah, I'm not really a big fan of it. I'm not gonna lie to you. So. Those are the three that I wanted to review. What time is it? It's 10:20. I'm about to get ready to shut it down. Let's go ahead and take a look at the charts one more time, though, before we do that. And as we see, USC is still expanding from the last time we were just looking at it. We'll look at NQ. I'm sorry. NQ did get to that low, and it's bouncing off of it. You got an FVG right here. So if this level holds, then that means that we have the model, which would be, as you guys probably already seen on my trading content, sweep of sell-side liquidity, invert fair value gap. Entry will be that FVG down there. This will be an inverse FVG now. Stops will be below this fair value gap because if it flushes below, then we're absolutely taking out the sell side. Target will be the next imbalance, which would be this zone here, this fair value gap, or possibly buy side right here. So just like we expected. But look how you guys see the rejection. When you guys see the sweep here and you see it leave a wick behind, guys, that's a clear indication that we are going to possibly see a switch in order flow. So I'm glad we were able to at least see that. If you guys were able to spot this fair value gap inverted, you guys were able to take longs here, good job. But make sure you guys get ready to take profits when you get up to this zone here, okay? Let's go ahead and filter through this. Is there anything else I want to look at? What else was, everything else seems to be just consolidating. NVIDIA held this fair value gap strong, and tells us consolidating. So I really don't see anything else I like. Everything looks like it's barcoding, which means it could be getting ready to change directions here. And I'm gonna switch over to Forex before we wrap it up. Take a look at gold. Gold's still in this range as well. Don't get too excited. You got to see it start closing above levels here. So like this order block here needs it to close above that level for us to really see anything that's going to be enticing or convincing. And we'll just take a little peek at Bitcoin. Yeah, nothing's going on here. Nice rejection though of that low, but it's just consolidating here, getting ready for news or get ready to give us a real move. So anyway, thank you guys for joining again. I'm trying to do these more often for you guys. Hopefully you guys are able to pick up some stuff from me as I do this more and more. You guys start giving me recommendations for some stuff to cover. I'll start including these into the lives. But make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at WormFX. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, turn your notifications on so we can run up this bag all 2026. This is in preparation for your new traders so you can be ready to trade all year next year. All right. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you guys either tonight or possibly tomorrow morning. All right. Peace.
from the V, give me alibis. We the Hennessy, make you ill advised. You get way too bold, start to pick a side. Shawty fuck you me, no need to satisfy. Cause I'm way too fucked up. And I'm way too hung up. You, booted up at Leo, posted with the guys. Got some brand new ink on the inner thighs. My best friend, she a Libra, and she a Gemini.